Yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem, back once again talking this boxing shit. And as always, be sure to pick up my latest release, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's a motherfucking classic. If you appreciate G shit, you're gonna appreciate me, baby. So next time you listening to your musical outlet of choice, be it iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, big shout out to Tidal, Pandora, shit, YouTube, anywhere, just search The Supreme General and I shall appear, and you will be pleasantly surprised. Also, by the end of this year, I will be releasing 2 brand new albums, the first of which will be called The Bachelor Life. It's basically G shit and Playboy music all in one, you know what I'm saying? It's that elegant shit, you know what I mean? That elegant Playboy shit, you know what I mean? All my real thoroughbred niggas know what I'm talking about. And then I got the God album coming after that, and that's gonna be that's all-encompassing G shit, man, all the way around. Some of the hardest beats, hardest verses on both albums of my career, you know what I'm saying? I done dropped some hard shit already, but these two is currently gonna be the pinnacle until I drop something else after that. So, with that being said, let's move on to my thoughts on the potential clash between Adrien Broner, my nigga Adrien Broner, and my man Keith Thurman, man. I fucks with Keith Thurman, man. I'm not really a fan of Keith Thurman, but I fucks with Keith Thurman. I respect Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for Keith Thurman. So, I gotta keep it where it is as far as that go. The AB, y'all know I've been riding with AB, man. AB, my nigga, same thing with Zab Judah, same thing with Floyd Mayweather, same thing with Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, who I'm gonna also do a video on soon. Rest in peace, man. I just heard the news about the legendary Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker passed away recently. And those kind of fighters, Marvin Hagler, you know what I'm saying, another nigga I really, really like to see. Roy Jones, another one I really enjoyed. Miguel Cotto, another guy like Triple G, one of my favorites right now. But I gotta say my favorite fighter right now, as it stands, is Gervonta Tate Davis. He's my favorite right now. But as far as the niggas I fuck with heavy, though, the list I just gave y'all, them is dudes I fuck with heavy, you know what I'm saying? Especially Triple G and AB, you know what I'm saying? Them two dudes, and Canelo too, man. Canelo more before he got popped with the steroid shit, because that left a bad taste in my mouth, the steroid shit, man. I don't like that shit, Some people don't give a fuck. I give a fuck. So, that took him down a few notches. Same thing with, what's the other motherfucking name? Tyson Fury. I had him real high on my list, till I found out he did a little time juicing too. And I was like, I can't respect that juice shit, man. Can't respect it. Look, this ain't football, this ain't baseball, nah. So, it is what it is. That's just my opinion on this shit, but as far as AB versus Keith Thurman, I'm gonna be honest, it's a fight I wouldn't mind watching, but I don't personally, I'm not looking forward to this. I don't really want to see this fight. In my opinion, Keith Thurman is way too big for Adrien Broner. Now, AB is far more skilled than Keith Thurman is. Just pound for pound, AB skills is way over Keith Thurman's. But Keith Thurman is just too big. He's too big. This is going to be another fight where you put AB in there. He's only going to throw like 10 to 12 punches around. The reason why this guy don't throw the punches that people want him to throw at 147, everybody can say what they want to say, but in my opinion, the reason he don't throw the punches is for a few reasons. Number one, the hot shit that's coming back. At 147, these dudes, even regular punchers, are hard hitters to a motherfucker who's a natural 135. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fight at 147. So, when you look at shit like that, and then you got a guy who's as defensively minded as Adrien Broner is, he's going to be focused more on making these guys miss, you know what I'm saying, than he is to landing punches. Because when you land the punches, or throw, I should say, when you throw punches at these guys, you leave yourself open. And being that he's so small, like he's at such a disadvantage weight-wise, that when these guys land shots, it's like really outsized as far as hurting them. I don't know about hurting them. I can't say it like that, but I just know that these guys' shots do a lot more damage to this guy because he's a lot smaller. You know what I'm saying? That's just something we hadn't taken into consideration because of the way that he jumped up and fought Paulie and how he lasted in the ring with Maidana, because people always give him shit for the Maidana fight, but I think AB showed a lot of great things in that Maidana fight. This man had heart. He was clearly outweighed by the man Maidana. The motherfucker Maidana, if the fight with Floyd, the prelim where they expected the gloves, if he was trying to do that shit with Floyd, that means he got away with it many times before then, and I have no doubt that probably went down in AB fight. So this man, he had loaded gloves, he was on steroids fucking with Alex Ariza, and they was putting shit in his nose during the motherfucking corner, all that shit, and this man AB still finished the fight on his feet. And had he not had that second knockdown, it would have been a hell of a close fight. Could even probably got a draw. So that's just my opinion on this shit. I know nobody really agrees with that, but I mean, that's because AB is still hot right now. He that boy. After his career is over and we look back on it, y'all gonna see that I'm right about that. So I'm just gonna, leave that as it is. That's why I got so much respect for AB. You know what I mean? Niggas be putting that nigga through the ringer, but I got mad respect for that nigga. Just for that shit. Because like they say, the boxing ring is the chamber of truth, man. And this motherfucking, it showed what kind of person that nigga really was. And I respect it. 100. You know what I'm saying? Because we done seen some other motherfuckers fold off way less heat than that. You know what I'm saying? This man was in the midst of, on the brink of losing everything, still fighting hard, man. Getting his ass whooped. Fighting a guy who's got goddamn loaded gloves, steroids, and coke in his nose or whatever the fuck. I don't know, man. I just remember seeing the motherfucking video. They put something up his nose and it was in powder form. So shit, it is what it is. I'm gonna make assumptions. Ain't nobody clarified. So I mean, it just is what it is, man. I got a lot of respect for AB skills. Same thing for Thurman. Thurman got skills too, mind you. Don't get me wrong. Thurman has a very high ring IQ, but the problem with Thurman is he not skilled on the level AB is. There's things AB can do offensively and defensively that Keith Thurman just can't dream of doing. But when nullifies all of that and makes it not fucking matter at all is the fact that Keith is fucking huge. He's a natural welterweight. Keith probably could fight at 154. I think in the amateurs he did fight at 151 or 154, somewhere around there. So Keith is a big boy, man. He too big for AB. AB got to eat ice cream to make up the 147. You know what I'm saying? Now, he may weigh 147 for these fights or whatever, but that nigga, he's not a 147 pounder. As soon as he get in the ring with these guys, you could tell. Just look at AB fight against Manny Pacquiao. They look like they the same size. And then look at Thurman fight against Pacquiao. Thurman look like Pacquiao his kid. You know what I'm saying? It's just much bigger. It just looks much bigger. You know what I'm saying? After they rehydrated, especially. So if they were to clash, the way I would envision it going is AB would look good for the first maybe 5-6 rounds, maybe even 7 rounds. But then Keith Thurman's size and that attrition from his size and just strength is gonna take over, and I believe that'll be the story of the fight. So I don't think he would knock out AB, but he might get to drop him once or twice, being that he's so much bigger. But I would take Keith Thurman by unanimous decision, even though I don't believe he's the better fighter between these two guys. You know what I mean? Just if the fight is fought at 147, I gotta take Keith by unanimous decision for the same reason that if it's fought at like 144 or 140, I'll take AB, because then the size advantage becomes a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Because you did all that, you fuck around and have a situation like Chad Dawson had against Andre Ward, where he was feeling good at 175. He was feeling so good there that he felt like he could easily make 168 and still be able to do the same things. But once he made that 168, he just wasn't able to, man. He lost a lot of his punch resistance, a lot of his speed. He didn't look right in that fight, man. He just really didn't. And it's taking him a while to recover. He's starting to look much better now, but it took him a little while to recover from that shit, man. And it wasn't so much him losing the Ward, it was him losing the weight. that really did it. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just my opinion on this shit. But yeah, if I had to select a winner, man, I gotta go with my man AB. If it's 144 or below, 147, it's gonna be one time though, man. It's just too big, too strong. So with that being said, I'm on to the next one, man. Fuck with me the long way. I'm out here, 100.